plastics to oil. P2O is a process that converts plastic to oil. It's a green energy program that reduces our dependence on foreign oil. It uses a unique catalyst, an innovative breakthrough on a 30-year-old process, to convert waste plastic, raw, unwashed plastic refuse that can reduce our impact on landfills, and create ASTM-approved diesel, gasoline-grade fuel. Waste plastics are a growing problem. The graph in the upper left comes from the U.S. EPA Office of Solid Waste, and you can see how the generation of plastic is far outpacing the current recovery methods. On the right, we see the Pacific Ocean's Great Garbage Patch. This is an area in the Pacific Ocean where plastic refuse has been gathering for years and now is about twice the size of the state of Texas. Another issue is medical waste, which currently costs about $85 million per year. And 37 states had mandated a reduction of 50% of that medical waste going to landfills, but that goal has not been achieved. In addition, oil production has declining capabilities. 25% of the world's oil comes from just 20 fields, and all of these are considered well past their peak production. As an example, Cantarell oil field in Mexico, one of the top 5 oil fields, peaked in 2003. That production has fallen more than 75%, going from 2.1 million to just 500,000 barrels per day. U.S. production is down dramatically too. In 1950, the United States produced over half of the world's oil. By 2005, that production has dropped to just 8%. And in 2005, our crude oil imports were twice as high as our domestic production. P2O is designed to help address both of these problems. As you can see, it's a compact machine with a footprint that's only 215 inches by 267 inches by 233 inches. What I'd like to walk you through now is the material flow from plastics to oil. The plastic enters through a hopper or silo and goes into the reactor where it mixes plastic and catalyst together. The plastic breaks down into hydrocarbon gases. The hydrocarbon gas leaves the reactor and passes through a gas-solids separator tank where the heavy solids from startup accumulate here, although there is very little residue in this process. The hydrocarbon gas then travels up the pipe and to our large condenser, which is cooled with water from either a water tower or a chiller. The condensed hydrocarbon falls into this tank, and the fuel then is collected from each tank and sent off to some central storage unit. The light hydrocarbons, methane, ethane, propane, and butane, continue up a second condenser where any heavy hydrocarbons that did not condense in the earlier process condense here and then flow through a water seal, which acts as a one-way valve that allows the gas to leave the water and flow out and back into the generator to act as fuel for the process. In terms of performance, the catalyst is the key. It provides an incredible conversion yield, 99% versus only 40% for competitors. We get 1 liter of oil from every kilogram of plastic, which can then be accumulated into barrels and sold to the market. There's less energy required, as the gas byproduct can be fed back in and fuel the machinery. There's minimal pollution and cleanup, with only 1% of production resulting in residue. There's reduced production cycle times, which means less downtime, and all of this equates to lower overall costs. Our startup costs are approximately $525,000 per P2O site versus $7 million for competition. What's the goal for P2O? By the year 2020, we plan to be producing 100 million barrels of oil per year. That's more than 50% of the Cantarell field today, which will make P2O one of the largest oil producers in the world. And will consume enough raw materials in the process that it would equal 60% of the waste plastic generated in 2007.